This episode is brought to you by Bumble. So, you want to find someone you're compatible with, specifically someone who's ready for a serious connection, totally open to having kids in the future, is a tall, rock-climbing Libra, and loves rom-coms with vegan pizzas on Tuesdays just as much as you do. Bumble knows that you know exactly what's right for you. So whatever it is you're looking for, Bumble's features can help you find it. Date now on Bumble.
Hey there. Did you know Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices? And when you download the Kroger app, you'll enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. And don't forget fuel points to help you save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Want to save even more? With a Boost membership, you'll get double fuel points and free delivery. So shop and save big at Kroger today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
What's up, Man Dog Pod listeners? Thank you so much for tuning in to today's free episode. If you want to hear the full episode, it's available over on our Patreon, patreon.com/You'reTheManNowDog. We've got full episode audio and video for everything we've done, a huge archive of tons of fun stuff with all your favorite comedians. Check it out today. Once again, that's patreon.com/You'reTheManNowDog. Thanks so much, and have a great day.
You are the man now, dog. 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 You are the man now.
We've got, I think he's going by Puffy now. We've got him coming in soon.
Wow.
And, you know, he's hot. He's number one right now.
Yes.
I mean, everybody's liking everything he's doing over there at Bad Boy. And so we're hoping that we can kind of pitch him the next music video.
Yeah, I just, you're sure his name is Puffy now? Because last time we got it wrong and that was a really bad day for all of us.
Yes.
I'll check with his people. I will say if we get it wrong this time, no need to double down or trying to remember or guess at what it is.
Okay, but usually we're very good at doing that. Usually we'll guess it correctly.
Nah, Playboy, I don't need to be announced. I'll walk in myself.
I think
oh
he
my
might
God!
be here.
Here he comes.
Or is someone talking to him and then calling him Playboy? Well, just don't call him a name when he comes in.
Yes.
We'll just see what he says.
You got it.
Yes.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Wow, Mr. Combs. Nice to see you. Welcome.
Hey, Mr. Combs. Mr. Combs is my dad. Call me by my name that I go by now.
Oh, that's funny. My name that I go by now is Samantha.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you remember Samantha from our last pitch. Where,
yeah, Samantha. Good to see you again.
to see
Obviously,
you.
I need no introduction. I am, as you know.
Oh my God!
We know all of them.
Yeah.
The artist formerly known as Puff Daddy.
Yeah, that's one.
But yeah, I mean, like we could talk names all day, but what we really want to talk is this new song you're working on.
Sure. Okay.
We love the idea of sampling Led Zeppelin. I think everyone's really excited for this new Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
Roderick, Azaria, what could go wrong?
All I know is I've seen the pictures of the Godzilla and his foot looks amazing.
Yeah.
His foot looks amazing.
It looks. You'd think it was a real Godzilla's foot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We, and one thing you see the foot and you go, I know his name. That's Godzilla right there.
Yeah.
Like if anyone sees you in your classic look, they go, I know that's.
Yeah. That's what they say. I know that's, and they say my name, right?
Yeah. It's
So look, I mean, I think I got for the video I want to shoot for this.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be big.
Sure.
Playboys and playgirls, I want it to be big.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't want to shortchange it. I'm talking about getting Jimmy Page in the video to play the guitar.
Oh,
Right.
Wow.
that's great.
He's a hard get. He's a little reclusive. He's expensive, but anything for this, honestly.
I have a
Hey.
connection to him.
Really, to Jimmy
Yes.
Page. What is it?
Well, it's a little bit interesting.
Okay.
Do you want me to keep going about this?
So it's
I
not
didn't-
interesting enough, you think?
Oh
to
no, it's
share
very
right now?
interesting. Sometimes things are so interesting that it can be off-putting to people.
I know what Samantha's saying.
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
One time, basically, I bought. He used to sell milk, So I bought a carton of milk from him and had bugs in it.
Yeah.
So I had to go to his house and say, "Excuse me, this milk is incorrect."
What's your name? Jimmy Bugs? That's what she should have said.
Bugs could be a good
Damn,
name.
that's crazy, Playboy. So you mean to tell me that famous guitarist from the Led Zeppelin band, Jimmy Page, once was selling milk afterwards?
This was a long time ago.
Well, yeah, but he still does it actually today. He has a smaller clientele list that I'm actually not allowed back on because I made such a stink about it. But even though I'm off the list, I think I should be able to get him in the video. He's such a big fan of you.
I bet he is, Playboy. My name ring bells all around the world.
Absolutely. Tonight.
That's right. Not going nowhere. That's right.
Anyway,
That's right, yeah.
Right.
Well, so we'll call him up and we'll let him know that Puff Daddy, formerly Puff Daddy, now Puffy, would like to work with him.
No. You want to say me, not any of my other aliases.
Okay, so not Puffy.
Puffy.
Not-
Puff. We get it.
Puffy.
We get it.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo Concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
Puffy.
I'm sorry. Did anybody here not do the research?
We did, and it's Puffy.
Oh, yeah. We read the brief.
We read the brief. Obviously, we went to GeoCities and kind of looked around at what's on there, but the information is coming in as quickly as it does.
Mr. Daddy, if I can be honest, you change your name almost every week. I mean, how can you expect us nerds
And if y'all want to be in business with me, y'all should know every name change I do every time I change it.
Okay.
If I'm going to go and sing this Led Zeppelin sample song, come with me.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
If I'm going to go sing that
we
song.
love your song. We love it.
It's whatever
Right.
you want it to be, Puffy.
Yeah. Daddy?
Why don't you look? It's clear we don't know it now.
Okay.
So if
Well,
you
I
let
think
us
some
know,
of us know it. Maybe.
or,
Right.
yeah, maybe say,
And maybe you're not sure what your name is. You know what I mean? Maybe
I know
we
what my
are
name
right.
is. I know what my name is.
And no one has said it once today.
Okay. No, somebody
No one
did say
said-
it, but
No
they
one's-
didn't. But no one said it once with confidence.
So it has been uttered.
A hint.
okay, Mr. Daddy.
Speaking of
Milk.
uttered, what about is your name Milk?
Yes, I go by the new name Milk Daddy.
Wow.
Everyone knows I go by the
Nice
name
job,
Milk Daddy.
Samantha.
Milk Daddy. Interesting.
Now, Milk Daddy, what if Godzilla had udders? Do you know what I mean? It's like you think he's a lizard from the foot up, but then as the camera rises, we catch you in the 56th floor of the penthouse,
Right.
but we go up Godzilla's body, and right in the middle, udders.
Love
Tie
that.
into the milk thing.
Love that.
Four nipples.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 nipples.
Ooh, how about this, Playboy? Godzilla's in the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see the udders. The city's burning up from all the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
The udders start shooting milk out over the city.
I love
I
it.
ride the milk down over the city while I rap the song.
Because your
Whoa.
name is Milk.
Yes, because my name is Milk Daddy.
Yeah, Milk Daddy. Excuse
So
me.
I'm riding down the milk in the high and it's low, and about to rap. That's the cadence of how I rap
Oh,
in that
yeah,
song.
yes.
So
Fuck my enemies. Fuck my foes. Fuck these hoes.
Yeah.
They're stepping on my toes. Yeah.
hey, somebody
yeah.
read my lyric sheet.
Yeah,
nice
I couldn't
job,
put it
David.
down.
All right.
Good
All
job.
right.
Good job.
All right. Just so you know, I didn't write that.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this. I don't write most of my own lyrics.
Oh.
I could not tell that.
Yeah.
You seem like a linguist.
Well, I am. I could if I wanted to, but I'm out here making so much money. I run a company, all this type of stuff.
Oh, do you
I
sell-
run many companies. I got my own clothing line, so I can't be bothered to write my own raps if I can get other people to write it for me.
Sure.
I got to make this money.
You're a mogul.
I'm a mogul.
Same
You got to
as-
be a little bit in everything rather than all the way into one thing. I get it. I get it, Milk Daddy. Absolutely.
I want to say, Samantha, when you heard new company, you're kind of champing at the bit. I think before you even ask, just go get your milk from the store. I don't think it's that. I don't
Okay,
think
but
that's the
Milk
company.
Daddy, I do have a question not related to this at all.
Okay.
Do you have any dairy business? Do you sell milk, anything like that?
It couldn't be more related to this.
I'm sorry, what did you
It's
ask?
exactly.
I just realized I misunderstood the
That's
question.
what happened. I'm
just
so
right now.
sorry.
I'm
so
so
sorry, Milk
embarrassed.
Daddy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm recovering from a surgery.
Oh.
It's not going well.
She had really, really tough Achilles surgery earlier this
My
weekend.
Achilles was very, very tough, and they had to loosen it up.
It was more of a
for this-
tenderizing than a surgery, I would say.
Yeah,
You did get it done in a kitchen, right?
See,
Yes.
It's the Man Dog Pod. Happy Halloween to us.
Oh
We're
my
recording
God.
This on the awful day. Ooh. Happy November 3rd to everybody else out there.
If you're still celebrating this spooky day.
Yes, November 3rd can be spooky too. I'm
yes.
Dan Lippert, as always, my co-host Ryan Rosenberg. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm good, Dan. How are you?
Happy to be here with our wonderful returning guests.
And happy Halloween 3 days ago.
Happy Halloween 3 days ago. I wonder what we will have done on Halloween night.
That's a great question. Let's bring our guests on and ask them for our first awesome segment.
I think you'll be noticing some interesting changes to the podcast, starting with our first awesome segment.
Starting today, we're doing awesome segments.
Caroline Cotter, welcome back. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for
Thanks.
inserting
Oh, yeah,
all
that's
that milk humor into this first scene. I
Yeah,
thought that
well,
was
I'll
really
tell you, that's
great.
kind of all I got. So everything else, you're going to be seeing a theme because, that's what I know.
It's what you came in with a nice little Halloween milk for all of us, which was kind. And I didn't
Orange
realize
milk.
that
Orange, yeah, orange milk.
yeah.
It was really good.
And Ronnie Adrian. Welcome, Ronnie.
Hello, everyone. It's good to see you again.
Right to camera. That was great.
Thanks for being here.
Guys,
There's
if you're
your
listening
lens.
on the audio feed, you could be having people go right to camera. Just get the video. Join the Patreon.
We all know the reason you like podcasts is to sit in one spot and watch them happen. So do that right now. Here's the big news we all are reeling on. James Harden's coming to our fair city.
That's right.
Big
Big B-ball news.
b-ball news. You like b-ball, right, Caroline?
Sure.
No?
I don't
Did I
dislike
project that
it,
onto
but
you?
you did project it onto me, but I'll
I thought
accept
we
it.
talked about basketball once.
I'm sure we have. I would say basketball out of all the sports is a sport I'm most trying to get into.
Mm-hmm.
Not to, obviously, Ronnie is checking his ankle injury right now, so I think he wants us to bring it up.
I truly do not.
Speaking of basketball,
Well, someone here is quite a basketball fan.
Speaking of the video, again, the crutch has prominent placement in the video if you want to see his crutch.
this
Yeah.
is not a new
There's
style
a crutch
choice.
there. I mean, if you're lucky, and if I'm feeling good during this podcast, I might show you my ankle.
Oh,
Wow,
shit.
that
Stay
would
tuned.
be really nice.
Stay tuned, swelling freaks.
So yeah, for those who get off on looking at swollen ankles, if you haven't signed up for the video portion of this Patreon, you need to get it right now.
Hop
That's
on.
got to be a
Oh.
fetish, right? Where people are into like swollen injury things
Yes.
or something. It
Yeah,
must be.
probably.
Because there's the foot
too bad.
people, and I bet that maybe some of those are the feet people, or swollen's probably a different thing.
Right. They like it. Some people like it for like the sexy feet. Some people like it for like freak feet.
Yeah.
And it's like, look at how different size they are.
Mhm.
You know what the bummer about a fetish is? Is you can't control it, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Like those people like that, and they have to be like, "Oh fuck!" That if you the first time you learn it,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
and I'm sure everybody's got their own to different various extremities, but you go like, "Oh, this is what I like."
Mhm.
Right.
You kind of control. It's not.
I mean, I like
You
pretty
don't
middle of
choose
the
to.
road, just regular stuff, like
Yeah.
that stuff that that any American would go like, that's acceptable.
Right.
Yeah, when it comes to sex,
American?
no preferences.
There's
No
a lot of
preferences.
Americans who are very like freak religious people. So I don't know what everyone
Like I
be
said,
okay with.
mine touches every facet of America,
All
every
right.
type of religion, and they will all agree
your
and go
taste is the
Give-
the thin Venn diagram of what every American
Yes.
is into.
for sure.
He has sex, okay.
Yes, for sure. Oh yeah. No, I'm not winning any sex awards. No, not at all.
What was I going to say? Well, it doesn't matter. Fetishes.
Hey, thanks for everybody being here today. My name is Ryan, and I have a fetish.
Hi, Ryan.
All right.
Hello,
Hi
Ryan.
there. I didn't even really want to talk about it for a long time because I felt so much shame.
Mm.
But I really appreciate a group like this where we're allowed to be ourselves and realize that everybody likes everything for whatever reason.
Mhm.
We don't need to judge ourselves.
Right.
So thank you for all speaking. My fetish, of course, is I like someone with a nose that points left. It just has to point left for me. I don't know what it is, but a symmetrical face doesn't do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I need it. I need the nose to be violently pointing left. And when I see that, oh my God. Oh my God. I just lose it. I kind of lose control of who I think I am, and I become just nose man. I can't turn it off, and I feel, I guess, self-judgmental, but
Right.
And I'll just chime in really quickly. Obviously, I have to say this after everyone's. We may be curious about the fetish. We may have follow-up questions. Remember, we must ask them with love and empathy, not
Sure.
judgment, right?
Yeah.
I appreciate you saying that.
Yes.
Yeah. Because obviously there's a lot that's kind of ridiculous or
Yeah.
hilarious about each of us, but that's,
For sure.
we can't intimate that that's how we feel about each other.
Right.
Thank you for saying that.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Now,
Thank
after
you.
saying that, I can ask a question about this.
If you're
particular
comfortable with that, yeah.
I am.
fetish? Okay. All right. So once again, thank you for being so vulnerable and sharing that.
Thank you for
obviously.
making the space.
Yes, obviously. So when you say you prefer to be violently pointed to the left, what
Just the harder the better. The
Yeah.
steeper the angle left.
is it, a visual thing, or do you then incorporate that into sort of your fantasies if you get a person with a left nose?
Yeah, I mean, if I have someone who's pointing left, nose wise, it's really just about taking it in. It's almost like seeing a beautiful vista. It's like, you know how nature isn't planned. It just is.
Yeah.
You see a mountain range. You're like, wow, how did this get here? Same thing with a nose that points directly left. How does it work? You can't breathe out of it. It's hot. That's so hot.
I personally have to say, other than maybe Pinocchio, I haven't really seen this kind of thing where a noise would like go violently
No,
a
it's
new
crazy.
direction.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm speaking out of turn, but I believe that you were court mandated to come to this group, right?
am,
After
yeah.
you went to the.
I am.
Incredibly out of turn.
I said before,
Yeah, we
pardon
haven't
me.
done as much
I said,
question
pardon
and
me if
answer
this
about
is out
everyone
of
else's.
turn.
It seemed like everyone else was sharing. I'm getting a lot of pushback on liking leftward facing
But
noses.
I just want to know, and correct me if I'm saying anything inappropriate, but I remember reading in the newspaper that you kind of got let loose in the emergency room.
I didn't love that term, but yeah. I
I'm
was
just
let
saying
loose.
what the newspaper
Right.
wrote, and that newspaper has won a lot of awards in this town. And you were really horny in the award for the people with the, I'll say it, fucked up faces.
Yeah. Yeah.
So pardon me if that's out of turn or judgmental, but
Incredibly, both of
It
those
is.
things
It is.
yes.
It-
Well,
here's what I'll
pardon me.
say. It both is, and I get it. Because I sit here and I listen to you guys. You're all freaks to me.
thank you.
Yeah.
Until I remember that I'm that way to you.
Mm.
Mhm.
Who knows why anybody likes what we like? We came out this way.
Right.
Or we had a big experience that imprinted on us heavily and now we're stuck there. I don't know.
We were making out with somebody, a baseball flew, hit
I don't
them
know.
in the nose. it
That's
went
what happened to
sideways,
me,
they
but I don't
continued.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but what we also like to talk about in this room, if you're comfortable, or we can all share our experiences, is how has this affected you, and is there a way you've been challenged recently by this that you've overcome, anything like that?
If I can be honest, one of the really hard things is that it's hard to explain to people why I'm not interested in them. I'll go on dates with some of the most beautiful people you've ever seen. Just does nothing for me. Their nose is too straight.
Gotcha.
Their nose is looking right at me and I'm intimidated. I'm disgusted a little bit. It just doesn't turn me on, and then I'll go home, watch ESPN. There'll be a boxing match. Some guy just got jacked up in the face and I'm like, holy shit, this does it for me. I don't know what's going on, but this works.
Right.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's
I
a
mean,
lot to handle. Again, I can't control it,
Yeah. Well, I feel like I don't want you to get overly stressed. You came here, you're sharing, it's your first time here.
I appreciate that.
So, if you want to know, I can go next, just to let
Absolutely.
you in on sort of like
Yeah.
my things. Everybody else already here knows. I have a fetish that it's a little tough. I love I just love women who have the appearance of black eyes. Like, so where it's like they're just their eyes for some reason, whether they're just overly tired or
black
they just
eyes.
can't, like or just overly tired or just something like
Right.
whatever the disposition is physically, it just looks like they have black eyes, which obviously is a lot of problems for me when I then take these women out often.
Right.
You know, because, you know, rightfully so, people want to interject and make sure that, you know, a woman who looks like she has 2 black eyes is okay.
Yeah.
And that's just something that I like. I would never sort of like try to create them myself, but if a woman presents that way to
Brittany
me,
Murphy. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace,
Rest
Brittany
in
Murphy.
peace.
Definitely, I had posters of her on my wall with her and with some of her blackest of eyes roles. But yeah, that's sort
really
of my thing.
challenging.
It's really challenging. It's
And
hard.
I imagine incredibly hard to, in the porn searches to really get that the way you want it, you know, and not
That's really
feel,
thoughtful.
Yeah.
That's thoughtful of you.
Without getting flagged, you know.
without getting flagged.
Because
and
not
stuff
to
like that.
pardon me if I'm speaking out of turn, but that's something that I think a lot of people would say is like absolutely so fucked up and wrong. And so I think it's really nice that we have this safe space here.
And to
for
keep
that.
the space safe, I think we do not need to say the thing that it's fucked up and wrong, right?
Oh,
that's
I'm
an
sorry.
inner shame that we probably all have already.
Right. I don't love this part about myself.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
Every
Pardon
time-
me.
How
Pardon
could
me.
you?
Every
How
time
could
it's
you?
like, I mean, does it get me off? Yes, of course. But after the fact, do I spend just going down a shame spiral after such a huge cum burden has been laid off of my chest?
It's a great way to say
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But
that. It must be so difficult dating what's got to be only the most tired of women in the city. The more tired they are, the more you're turned on. That must
Yeah.
be really
like,
difficult.
tired, or just sort of like it's just a natural disposition that just happened at birth. Those are,
And
Oh
it's
my
like you're objectifying these people. You're not liking them for them. You might hate their personality, but it's just the only person around that has eyes that look like that all the
I
time.
fall-
And it's like,
I can't tell you how many times I've spent months just being with somebody because you can't always find women that like this, but that I've truly hated. I've truly hated their guts, hated every opinion, hated every show they liked, hated the things they like
Wow.
to eat, hated
That
the way
sounds
they
really
cooked,
hard for you.
hated their family. But just because it was the only person that sort of physically met my needs, I just had to stick it out.
It just seems like it has such a grip on you, and I'm so sorry for that.
Yeah.
I saw you dating a raccoon one time because its eyes looked close enough.
Yes.
can I say really quick? I'm glad that it's like anonymous, but we all kind of seen each other around in the paper and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
we're close.
I mean,
Yes.
honestly,
Yes.
I'm gonna be for real. Like you pointed that out, like I'm so embarrassed because I thought I had
No.
a wig on that raccoon so good that nobody was able to tell.
Well,
Oh.
the wig wasn't the problem. It was the fact that it was a raccoon. That
It
the
was
wig
eating
was on.
trash.
Yeah,
You
but
really
the
have to
wig
work
was
on
Doesn't
the
speak the
behavior.
language.
Yeah.
well, the wig was 100% human hair, so I thought that would have covered a lot of ground.
I think a lot
Raccoons
of-
don't speak English. That's the issue.
Yeah, that is
The
that is
language.
kind of a problem.
Yeah, jittery.
But they have opposable thumbs. Like the raccoon would eat dinner like a human would. They would grab the apple and they would bite it
Yeah.
with
That's
their
what you
hand.
use the opposable thumbs for with the raccoon.
Mhm.
And
I
those
mean,
beautiful dark eyes.
yeah, the dark guys would love
tiny, hairy. They stink. Fleas, sometimes rabbits.
They break the law all the time. They're lawbreakers.
They're lawbreakers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're bad for
burglars.
Nature's
society.
bandits.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
Okay, well, and that's why that relationship didn't last that long. There was a lot of faults with that record.
We shouldn't be judging you. It's just so bad.
Oh, so you were judging?
I know. Yeah, and I apologize. It's
Oh,
just
That's
so
why it's
bad and
hey, you
important.
gotta
unacceptable.
step in here. Then they were judging me.
Well,
that's
he didn't.
so-
Yeah, I apologize.
it's just to me, kind of.
What's that?
It's just to me.
Well, it's easier to notice yours because you're always telling me that you need to be pardoned.
No, I say pardon me if they're wrong, and pardon me if this is wrong, but I would love to share.
That's
I'd love
actually
that.
May
right.
I?
I'd love
Yeah, you
that.
may.
So pardon me if this is wrong, but at first I'd just like to say that I think both of the things that I've heard so far today are disgusting. Even though I've heard yours many, many times, and I read about you in the newspaper. But no judgment, no shame about that at all.
I feel like there's a lathered judgment.
I'm lathered.
No judgment at all. Felt completely dry. Shouldn't be any sort of lather on you. As everybody here knows, that I prefer to date men who don't have any heads.
Mm-hmm.
So completely headless, like a clean cut. And a lot of people, the question that comes up a lot, I know you're about to ask it, does that mean it's corpses? No.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Oh, interesting.
I know
I like-
Halloween's a big dating time for you.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween is a big dating time for you.
Yeah, 3 days ago, yeah.
Wow.
I went absolutely wild.
Wow.
Well, can I ask
That
you
must-
this? I mean, and once again, this is a kind of thing where, for your, sexual proclivity.
Thank you.
Sickness.
Excuse me.
Safe space. Come on now.
Yeah.
You're the moderator.
With no
Couldn't
head,
think of a better word.
does the thicker or higher the neck matter to you? Does that turn
The
you on
stump.
someone?
Do you want to
does
see
the
stump?
Yeah.
Do you let me answer that question with a question. Does the blackness of the eyes, does that make you more turned on?
The turnedness of the nose does for me. I'll jump right in.
Yeah, and like the more that it looks like they just got out of an MMA fight.
Yeah. That's mine as well. Mine is a illegal MMA fight where someone just has a sword and they chop someone's head off.
And you want it to be kind of a freshly chopped.
Yeah, bleeding.
Yeah.
And so the thicker the better.
Mm-hmm.
I know that some of you saw me on a date with a tree. That did have a beautifully made wig on it.
We all knew, yeah.
Yeah, it was-
Yeah, I mean, it was a beautiful wig, but I will say I could tell.
I almost feel like in 30 years, we're going to be looking at the wig maker in town the way they look at like cigarette companies. Where it's like, you're taking advantage of us.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
They should not be advertised on TV.
The wig maker doesn't ask any questions for sure. He doesn't care what
doesn't.
you're going to put this wig on.
No.
Yeah,
will
and
make
it's
it.
like, it's given us false hope, I would say, also in a lot of ways.
Well, I
Obviously
mean,
that-
everybody is very susceptible to the wig. Everybody believes it, hook, line, and sinker. And it's not just wigs; these are disguises. It turned a tree into a man for me. I bought it.
I was on the fence, I will say, about the date you were on.
Mm-hmm.
I did feel bad for both of you when I saw your date crawl inside of your date and kind of climb up your date and play around on your date.
Yeah,
we had
well-
a big fight about it on the drive home.
Yeah.
It was like in front of me. Like I only ask one thing. Like when you're with me, be with me. Like what you do in your private time. Like I'm not going to question you on that.
Well, that's
And,
open-minded.
just going to climb up a tree with a wig on. Like that's insane to me.
That is pretty insane. Of everything we've heard, that's pretty insane.
Well,
Sorry, before we move on, I know we have piping hot coffee in the back, and the donuts just got delivered.
probably not piping hot anymore.
I hope
No,
it
there's
is.
still some. I still see
You
some.
still
some
okay?
steam.
There's
Oh, you
steam. It's
do?
behind
Steam
me.
popping. Yeah.
Could be because the room is cold.
I kind of want to hear from the moderator.
Well-
If I could guess, it seems like your
Yes.
thing. It seems like your thing is just hearing everybody else's little fetishes and getting off on that shit.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So that works out perfectly. It is, yeah.
All right, well then, scene.
I'm so happy we both thought of that, and I was unable to play it. Well, Caroline, where can people find you? What would you like to plug beyond just your spooky earrings and socks, which are giving me quite a fright?
Yeah, plug those for sure. But
no one mentioned on mic that as soon as I came in here, everyone screamed at the top of their lungs because they're so freaked out by me.
I think we were embarrassed for you mostly.
Yeah.
Of just like
Yeah,
someone
well,
walking around that scary.
scary.
Yeah, well, it's kind of my thing. You can find me on Instagram at Cotter Poop. That's Poop. And
Cotter spelled how it sounds. Cotter spelled how it sounds, but poop spelled Poop.
it's Cotter Poop.
Hey, I don't know if y'all do this, but write into the podcast other ways that you would have spelled that, not knowing it.
Yeah.
This is our third awesome segment.
And also on Stinkers podcast,
Very funny
which
show.
is spelled Podcast. Thank
Now,
you
what
for
is
having
Stinkers
this.
for the audience?
Stinkers is we bring guests on, if you've been on it,
Loved it.
to just talk about the worst ideas they've ever had, either comedically in their life or otherwise. And it's a lot of times disturbing, but a lot of times fun as well.
Yeah.
You can listen to Ryan talking about the never aired Big Grande sketch.
Oh yeah,
Titty Crazed Boys.
Yeah.
Need church. Need church. That's the second part.
Yes,
It's not
that's
just
it.
gross. It's letting them know they need
That
church.
is it.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun. Such a fun show. Check it out.
Crazed boys.
Ronnie, what about you? Where can people find you? What are we plugging these days?
Bones Adrian. That's what I am on Instagram. I guess that's what I'm on Twitter or X if you're nasty.
Damn.
Even though I'm never on there. And you can catch me at UCB. I do stuff over there too, with the big team. And also Bangarang. Yeah. But if you want to know what I'm doing, you can check the Instagram.
Yeah, great.
And for Ryan and I, just keep on keeping on this podcast. Anything
Should be a
else?
new little thing over at Big Grande website coming out relatively soon.
That's right. Keep your eyes and ears out for
Our
that.
scheduling's
Here we go.
Ronnie showing off the ankle.
Swollen ankle reveal.
Swole as hell.
Ignore
I
the
hope-
ash. Ignore the ash. That's very embarrassing. If you're black, watching this, I'm sorry. I embarrassed
Not to
us.
me. I don't even know or get it. So it's fine. It's lovely. Beautiful ankle.
I would make fun of you for being ashy all the time.
Everybody loves that.
Yeah, Dan really starts roasting me for like black fears. He's like,
yeah, check out Big Grande website. If you're listening to the free feed of this, we appreciate your ears. And if you want to join us on Patreon, even for a month, it's $5 on there. Video of all the episodes, extra episodes every month with Ryan and I, and more. That's all.
We're not doing it anymore. Bare minimum.
Thank you to Annie Wu for the logo. Thank you to Casey Trilla for the theme song, Trenton Oliver for the editing help. And is that all?
Our lovely listeners and our lovely guests. Thank you guys so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What's up, Man Dog Pod listeners? Thank you so much for tuning in to today's free episode. If you want to hear the full episode, it's available over on our Patreon, patreon.com/You'reTheManNowDog. We've got full episode audio and video for everything we've done, a huge archive of tons of fun stuff with all your favorite comedians. Check it out today. Once again, that's patreon.com/You'reTheManNowDog. Thanks so much, and have a great day.